Hello everyone, welcome to the 140 drill class. We're going to start off with some common words. Ready? Always, said, 3, upon, book, morning, business, number, then, people, receive, its, place, date, tell, sure, mother, enough, each, credit, days, kind, ago, ask, off, without, office, house, under, through, most, service, once, big, own, another. All right, common phrases that you will hear. And there are several of these that start with whether or not. So you're going to use your WHRORN. Here we go. Whether or not you know. Whether or not you recall. Whether or not you recalled. Whether or not you recollect. Whether or not you recollected. Whether or not you remember. Whether or not you remembered. Whether or not you shall, whether or not you should, whether or not you understand, whether or not you want, whether or not you wanted, whether or not you were, whether or not you will, whether or not you would, whether you, whether you are, whether you believe, whether you believed, whether you can, whether you cannot, whether you could, whether you feel, whether you felt, whether you had, whether you have, whether you have been, whether you have had, whether you know, whether you recall, whether you recalled, whether you recollect, whether you recollected, whether you remember, whether you remembered, whether you say, whether you shall, whether you understand, whether you want, whether you wanted, whether you were, whether you will, whether you would, which are, which can, which cannot, which could, which had, which happened. Okay, I have some dates here, a date drill. Here we go. May 17, 1992. July 19, 2014. June 11, 1981. August 27, 1995. April 22nd, 1892. January 12, 2008. February 14, 1990. March 12, 2005. December 31st, 2011. November 30, 1987. October 28, 2009. September 15, 2016. All right. Some medical words for you and their meanings. Ready? Angionecrosis, death of the walls of the blood vessels. Angiosclerosis, abnormal hardening of the walls of blood vessels. Angiospasm, spasmodic contraction of the blood vessels. Angiostenosis, abnormal narrowing of a blood vessel. Anhidrosis, the condition of lacking or being without sweat. Anisocoria, a condition in which the pupils are unequal in size. Ankylosing spondylosis. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Ankylosing spondylitis. Okay, so let me say it one more time. Ankylosing spondylitis. Rheumatoid arthritis characterized by progressive stiffening of the spine caused by fusion of the vertebral bodies. Ankylosis, loss or absence of mobility in a joint due to disease, an injury, or a surgical procedure. Anomaly, a deviation from what is regarded as normal. Anonychia, pertaining to the absence of fingernails or toenails. Anorchism or anorchism, I'll say it a little bit faster, sometimes it's easier. The congenital absence of one or both testicles. Anorexia, the lack or loss of appetite for food. Anorexia nervosa, an eating disorder characterized by a refusal to maintain a minimally normal body weight and an intense fear of gaining weight. Anovulation, the failure to ovulate, although menstruation may continue to occur. Anoxia, the absence or almost complete absence of oxygen from inspired gases. Let me say that again. The absence or almost complete absence of oxygen from inspired gases, blood, or tissue. Anteversion, abnormal tipping, tilting, or forward of the entire uterus, including the cervix. So I really encourage you to go back and add those to your dictionary so that they are, so you can build that medical into your dictionary. All right. I have an Article A and the prefix A drill. So some of these are going to be Article A words, and some will be, or just the Article A, and others will be words that just have the prefix A. We're going to start off with some phrases, and then I will give you your sentences. Here we go. A ward, award. A tack, attack. A fresh, fresh. A way, away. A part, apart. A sort, sort. A sleep, asleep. A bet, a bet. A rose, a rose. A test, a test. A blaze, a blaze. A vow, a vow. A loan, a loan. A cute, a cute. A piece, a piece. A broad, a broad. A firm, a firm. A tire, a tire. A void, a void. a head, ahead. Here are your sentences. I'm a ward of the court. The award was presented. The roses bloomed afresh. I need a fresh start. He aided and abetted. Place a bet on number 4. Give a part of it away. Sit apart from the rest. The hills were ablaze. A pyromaniac set a blaze. It will fill a void. Avoid a confrontation. His attire is perfect. His car needs a tire. Pick a rose for tonight. Everyone arose in court. Hunt for a way to do it. The judge is away today. It was a cute puppy. It's acute colitis. I want a head on my beer. Go ahead with a summation. Use a tack to fasten it. It is subject to attack. Attest to my signature. I hate to take a test. It is a firm of renown. He affirmed his position. Run along quickly. Take a long look. Read it aloud to me. Read in a loud voice. A lone figure stood there. He came to court alone. Purchase a cord of wood. We are truly in accord. Okay, and that concludes our drill for the 140 class.